You know, there are only three certainties in life: death, taxes, and the fact that nothing can spawn on a half-slab. Show off. G'day folks, Cortezerino here. Your eyes may have been deceiving you then. The iron golem didn't spawn on top of the half-slab, he spawned inside of it. If we slow down the footage, you'll see that he's actually spawning on the solid block beneath the half-slab. See, golems don't play by our rules. They're busy people. They've got villages to defend. So if the block is transparent or semi-transparent and there's a solid surface below it, the golem can spawn, and that's a good thing for us. Now, the reason that is such a good thing for us is that golems will spawn in a 16 by 16 area and 6 blocks vertically. And previously, if you wanted to do a 16 by 16 platform, you would have solid blocks here so the water can run down and reach the center. But because the golem basically ignores that the slab is there, we can get the water to reach the center without having to compromise the height of the ceiling, which means we can do a second spawn platform. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a tutorial for you, but if you've built iron golem farms before, you've probably got the idea already and you can go out and build one yourself without watching this tutorial. However, this farm has one extra interesting feature. It can be built underground. You can see the strange placement of the doors here. They're all facing this piece of glass, and if you run the glass all the way to the surface so the doors have light access, on the surface it's just going to look like that, nice and hidden away. Now it might look like these 4 doors at the back don't have light access, but a door will check up to 5 blocks ahead of it for sky access, so they're all valid doors. And it might look like this glass down here is unnecessary, but this farm has an extra feature that you can start building around it. So let's say you want to build yourself a nice little house over here and you want to place a door. Well, that door is going to be picked up by the doors in our iron golem farm, and the center of the farm is going to be pulled across ever so slightly. I've got more doors in here than I need. Simply to make it so you can place doors nearby, and it's very hard to pull the center of the farm off in any one direction. But let's say you do pull the spawning area over by 1 block or so. You don't want to be having solid blocks here because you're burying it underground and then have a golem spawn in there. So we'll bring the glass all the way down out of the spawning range. And then when you build it underground, it's just surrounded by solid blocks, so there's nowhere else for the golem to spawn outside of the farm. And our villager containers here are just 2 blocks tall, so the golem's not going to have any luck there as well. You can, of course, build this farm up in the air if you wanted to. If you did that, you wouldn't need all the glass on the sides here, and you would build the villager compartments completely out of glass. Now, I've run a few tests on this farm, just for drops per hour, and it will do 40 plus, but this varies pretty wildly. Like sometimes you might get 30, sometimes you might get a lot more than 40, but I think around 46 iron per hour is around what it gets, but I'll put a world download in the description and you can test it out for yourselves. So I will show you how to build this. So I think this farm looks a lot better when it's built underground, but I'm going to build it above ground just so you can see what I'm doing. So you want to begin by building 1 square platform that's 16 blocks by 16 blocks. And the very center of this platform is a 2 by 2 square. You want to leave that empty because that's where our golems are going to drop through. Now you want to build yourself a wall on every side that's 3 blocks tall. So once you have your 3 block tall walls in, I want you to grab some doors and come over to a corner and place down 5 doors like so. And we're going to do this on each wall in each corner. So when you're done, you'll have placed 40 doors. I want you to grab your block of choice again, and we're going to continue this wall up. So place down 6 blocks there with another 6 on top, and we're going to do this on each side. Now I'm using stone half slabs, but you can use any half slab you like. And come over to a corner and we're going to place down 6 in a straight line and then diagonally across like so, and then fill all of this in. So we're coming out 6 slabs on each corner. Now you don't actually need to light up the inside of this golem farm because hostile mobs aren't going to spawn in the water. But just while we're building it, place down some torches here just so you don't get anything spawning and giving you a surprise. Now we're going to build our second platform, and we're going to start it at this level, at the top half of the door, and it is going to be another 16 by 16 platform, so we're just going to run around and put in all of these blocks. And once again, we're leaving those 4 blocks in the center of the platform empty for our golems to fall down. So next we're going to build some more walls. These will begin right on top of our doors, and these are going to be 4 blocks tall. And just like we did on the platform below, grab your half slabs, come out 6 from the corner, then diagonally across like this and fill them in, and do this in each corner. So again, put down some torches to stop the baddies from spawning in here, and we'll get them back when we place our water. So now we're just going to put a ceiling on top. And this time we're filling in those middle 4 blocks. So next you want to come over to our corners and grab some glass, and starting right at the bottom of the farm here, I want you to place glass all the way up like so the doors will have light access, and you just continue that all the way to the sky, and remembering to bring it all the way down the bottom so we don't have a solid block anywhere here. If we drag the center of the farm off by placing doors nearby, we won't get any golems spawning right there. Now come underneath your farm and we're going to build a chute for the golems to fall down. So come down 3 blocks on each side, and if you like to watch your golems roasting, you can put glass in the front so you can see everything that's happening. Then grab yourself some signs, and on the 3rd block from the top, place 2 on this side and 2 on this side, and that is to hold up our lava. Now you could put in an item sorter to separate your poppies from your iron, but you can get that in tutorials anywhere, so I'm just going to do something really basic. So put a temporary block there with 2 hoppers leading into it, and then 2 hoppers leading into those hoppers, and you can break that block. Then grab yourself some chests, and we'll put a fair bit of storage here. So just bring down 3 double chests, then swing around the back, and underneath the hopper that's leading into that chest, place down 2 more hoppers like so. Now we're going to get into the top floor of the farm, so just force your way in, and we're going to place down our buckets of water. So just place 1 bucket in each corner, and that will knock out our torches, and they'll be collected in our chests below. And if you've built it correctly, the water should reach right to the edge of this block, and second floor will do exactly the same thing. So once you've placed all your water, to get out of the farm, just drop down here onto your hoppers and force your way out. But before you close the glass up completely, we're going to place our bucket of lava just in one corner above the signs. Now we're going to build the holding cells for our villagers. So come along to the level of the doors, skip a block, then place 2 blocks there. And if you're building this above ground, you would be using glass here. Then 2 blocks there, 2 on this side, and we'll build a wall. So place a temporary block there, block on top, delete that one, and build the wall up. And we are going to be using 4 holding cells in this farm, and each of them will contain 3 villagers. And remember to put a roof on top so we don't get a golem spawning in there if the center of our farm gets dragged off course a little bit by placing doors nearby. So just go around to each side of your farm, placing 3 villagers in their holding cells. And one last thing, very important, can't believe I forgot this, make sure you put some light in there so we don't get beasties spawning inside. If you like this video, guys, if it helps you out, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. There goes one right now. And come visit the channel and check out some of my other tutorials. So cheers from me, guys. I'm Cortezerino. See you later.